Hey, checking in with you. I gotta say, I am really annoyed about something. When the first reports of the USS Lincoln started coming out, Hegseth and Trump called them liars, called the soldiers liars, called their families liars. They were liars, that none of that was happening. Now that it's come out that, oh, yeah, I guess it really is happening and they can't keep it, under wraps anymore. Now there's like, oh, well, we're resupplying them, we're taking care of it. And all these MAGA are saying they're just wimps, they're just snowflakes, they should learn to suck it up. So are they lying or they need to suck it up? Which is it? But one of the other arguments is, when we were in the trenches, in World War II, and da 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 da. Yeah, I'm sure. It was horrible. Absolutely. And you went the K rations and all that stuff. Got it. I'm with you. I bet you wrote home too and said how terrible it was and how hard it was, but that, you were there and you believed in the mission. And these sailors didn't mutiny. They didn't, stop doing their jobs. They still are committed to their job and doing their job very well. But to complain to their families is a natural thing to do. And then they call them liars. The thing is if you want respect, you have to give respect. And to call all those sailors and their families liars is not respectful. If they're liars, they shouldn't be in the military, because that would be against the military code of conduct, wouldn't it? If they were lying about things like that, that would, be a reason for being court-martialed, wouldn't it? And as far as they should suck it up, the whole reason this is happening is because our supply depot in Bahrain, which is the one we use for that area, was bombed on day one by Iran. They knew exactly where to hit because Russia is helping them. No matter how much our president won't, believe that, he still thinks, Putin's on our side. They're helping them. They're giving them weapons. They're supplying them with drones. Anyway, they knew exactly where to hit. So between hitting that base and hitting all our other bases in that region, we've had to evacuate our personnel from all those bases in the region that they can hit in Jordan and Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and Oman and all UAE, wherever we have bases, we've gotten out. So now the only way to supply the ship is from an island 2,200 miles away. That's where the boats have to leave from to get to this boat. That's what they're doing. They're using an English-owned territory called Juan Diego. Juan Diego? Diego something. Anyway, they're using an island that's owned by England. And that's, they can fly the supplies there, but then it takes 2,200 miles by boat to get them to the ship. That's been going on since day one. So they didn't plan for it. They have not fixed it because they keep thinking it's going to be over any day. So why would you set up a whole new supply depot somewhere nearby if it's going to be over any day, right? So they're not putting the time into thinking that this is a long-term thing that is going on for a while. This carrier that they're pulling from the South China Seas leaves us with nothing there to defend anything. We can't, and China will probably attack Taiwan. They'll probably take it as a perfect time to say, great, we're going to take Taiwan back. But it's going to take weeks for the George Washington to go all the way around India and around over here and past Greece and Italy and all of that and get to the Middle East in Africa. Yeah. maybe my geography was off a little bit. They are still going to have to go around all the way around India and then come up where Africa is to get to where the Middle East countries are to be able to get anything to the ship. None of the countries around want to let us land. None of the ones that have a port want to let us take anything out of the ports, any ports close by. If we start using their port, Iran will bomb it. If any country lets us in, lets us use their stuff, Iran will bomb it. This is a stalemate. This is a checkmate, stalemate, whatever you want to call it. But Iran, they are a lot tougher than we are. They have been putting up with this. Their people have been living without electricity for a long time. And their leaders don't care if they are suffering, if the people are suffering. Unlike our leaders who have to get reelected and do care. And Americans are snowflakes, just paying more for gas is, oh my God, just wearing a mask. A mask, how inconvenient. We can't put up with this stuff. We won't put up with this stuff. We are snowflakes. We're not tough. Iranians, citizens, are tough. They can put up with a lot more than we can for a lot longer than we can. They've been being bombed for 47 years. They know how to handle it. They know how to keep stuff cold without electricity. They know what to do when supply lines are messed up. They also have 1 million Iranian Revolutionary Guard in the country. We only have 1 million armed service members worldwide, everywhere, spread out all over the world. We have 1 million. They have 1 million in the country, ready to fight us. So a ground invasion is not something that's going to work. They've also booby-trapped all of the main facilities and stuff like that, so that they intend to kill a lot of American soldiers if we should dare try to do a ground invasion. They've set it up with booby traps that will kill many, many, many. The geography. We can't land on the shore and do, like a beach invasion, like, Normandy. It's straight up cliffs. It's straight up. It's mountains. And in those mountains, all up and down their coastline, which is as long as California. That's how long their coastline is. California. Have little caves that they have put missiles in. All up and down there. The whole strait. We can't even land to get them. We don't know where the missiles are. If we see one being fired out of a cave at the specific time it's being fired, okay, maybe we can then fire something at that cave. The other thing is we're using $1 million tomahawks to take out $30,000 drones. Really cost effective. They can keep shooting $30,000 drones at us forever. All they have to do is sell a little oil, and they've figured out ways to get it out the back door. They're sending it out in other ways. So they can just send a drone, and it costs us $1 million tomahawk. Sorry about that. Ukraine has figured out that what they do is they have video game operators who fly drones into other drones. They just smash one drone into another drone and disable it. You don't have to, just blow it into smithereens. You just have to make it not be able to fly anymore. And that's not hard to do. They're very lightweight. They're made out of very lightweight materials that are very easy to break. So they just smash one drone into the other and knock them out. And then they can immediately, that same drone operator can immediately, okay, their drone that they sent is now disabled too, send out another one. And so if a swarm is coming in, they can just keep going after them with more and more drones knocking them out of the sky, and not with $1 million Tomahawk missiles. So we can't win this war. There is no way. They have 90 million people also in Iran. That's another thing. There were only 30 million in Iraq. 90 million people and a million Revolutionary Guard and leaders who don't care if their people suffer at all, don't care. And think about this for a second. Just chew on the other foot for just a minute. If some other country came here and bombed a girls' school, like on day one, and killed 160 innocent schoolgirls, and killed Trump and Melania and the rest of the family who happened to be there visiting, and killed the Cardinal of Chicago, or maybe the Pope was here visiting, and when they killed the Pope too, would we ever give up? Ever? Is there anything that they could do that would make us give up after that? After they killed 160 innocent girls, bombed a school, killed our president, killed his family, killed our religious leader? Would we ever give up? No. What makes you think Iran will ever give up? Why would they? They not only have all that anger and, why are they going to give up? Because, it's just going to happen again. They know it. It's been happening again and again and again for 47 years. They've been the whipping boy. So they might as well stand up. They might as well have the last stand, because it's the only way it's going to stop. But their leaders don't care. So we can keep bombing them and bombing them and bombing them. And not only will they have the resolve to not give in, but their leaders won't give in anyway. They've already said they will not even think about negotiating until Trump is out of office, until there's somebody else to negotiate with in 2019. Trump denies that, but it says that's fake news. But the actual leader put out a press release video. It's not a paper video. And that's what they said. We're done. We're not talking to you anymore because you don't keep your agreements. We make an agreement for a truce, and days later you're violating it. So you don't keep your agreements. There's no point in negotiating with you at all. So I don't know what they think that they're going to do. I'm sure they're not thinking. That's the problem. Trump thought this was going to be like Venezuela. He was going to just knock them out, put in a new regime, and it would be all great. And they'd send the oil companies in there to take over the oil, and everybody'd be making billions of dollars. But he also is a narcissist and can never, ever admit defeat or that they were wrong. Narcissists cannot. They will fight they will die on that hill that they were not wrong. So he can't give up. He can't walk away. He can't, cut his losses. He can't. He's physically and mentally incapable of cutting his losses. So this is going to go on for a very, very long time, or until we get Trump out of there. If we can get Congress in the fall, then, in January, maybe we can cut all the funding. It doesn't mean Trump won't pull funding and do stuff anyway. They're doing it right now. The Department of War says they're $81 billion short to be able to even keep going, but they found the money somewhere because they haven't stopped. If we don't want to be involved in forever wars, if MAGA was really serious about that, here's something that we can unite on. That this is not what we want to be doing. None of us. Democrats don't want this. Republicans don't want this. MAGA doesn't want this. Nobody wants this. So, I don't know. Vote blue so we can actually put some oversight, so we can put some reins on him and pull him in a little. I'm at a loss. We just go further and further every day.